Yeah.
Does it say record?
Go sing Lolly! Hey.
Got your back. Let's see how close you are. If you get too close, it'll be...
Students, attendees, and esteemed faculty. All right, let's just get going. Like most people writing a speech, I wasn't exactly sure how to start. I knew I wanted to give a speech, but about what? I mean, I'm not really in any position to give any advice about the future because how much more could I know than any of you guys? So maybe my goal was just to recount our time at CDO and then celebrate leaving it. Okay, so it didn't make a ton of sense, but I didn't have anything else. So I wrote some stuff that I wasn't sure what direction I wanted to go in. I could get a little roasty and poke fun at some of the students and teachers that were a part of the class of 2014. Or should I say, the class of 2000, Ty Oaks' IQ score. Am I right? Okay. Hey, Ty. Maybe that was too harsh. I should soften up, just keep it nostalgic, and remember all the times at CDO that really brought us together. Like watching all our football boys bring home win after win. See, but that didn't work either, because it didn't include everyone. But I didn't know exactly how to make sure that I did include everyone. It was a bit of a mess. Anyways, here's to 4 years of CDO English. When we arrived here at the beginning of our senior year, we were excited. But we started our year equally as apprehensively as I started this speech. We said hello to a new principal, Mr. DeWert, or as we called him, Mr. DeWeird. What can we say? None of us had ever really met him. And said goodbye to our old principal of 3 years, Miss... What was her name? What can we say? None of us had ever really met her. Hey. We went forward into the year with courage and great gusto, knowing that being the seniors came with some serious responsibilities. We knew that now we had to show up late to at least one class a week. We knew that now, at least once a month, we had to walk all the way up to the upper parking lot, even though we'd parked in lower. We knew now that if we heard a golf cart, we were obligated as seniors to let Sally know that, hey, I'm a senior and, oh, wow, it seems I left my ID in my car today. Gee, it really won't happen again. Things were going pretty well. We were finally the top dogs in school, and everything in our lives had finally gotten hit by a speeding train. Deadlines for colleges seemed to come out of nowhere. As once was explained to me, college applications are kind of like if you found the perfect girl and you did everything in your whole life just to make sure that she'd love you, then finally, one day, you got the courage to ask her to marry you. And she said no. But it's okay, because you didn't tell her that you also asked a bunch of other girls to marry you just in case she rejected you. College applications and finals suddenly came up too. Then before you knew it, acceptance letters and rejection letters, and you had to pick where to go to school, and things became muddy and unclear, and suddenly motivating yourself to get up literally an hour before the sun did to go to your 0 hour became such a burden that you actually considered ditching every day just until the year was over. That was true adversity. But we got through it. And things seem to be going okay, but adversity and fear and new difficult challenges will come again, and you can't run away. A few weeks ago, we thought to ourselves, wow, this year flew by. And as much as we all wanted to graduate, we wished that for just a second we could turn on our heels and run away as fast as we could back to 5th grade and line leaders and sandboxes at recess, to just pause and not grow up so fast. Licensed driving, senior prom, graduation looming, we're 18, death is knocking on our door. But it knocks. Time isn't going to stop for you. Whatever you have looming in your future is coming, and you can't run away. You can only do what you can do now. And what you can do now is prepare, study hard, or work hard, or whatever it is you need to do. Take care of yourself and get a good group of friends, and you can get through whatever. But that's just it. Usually, the only way out is through. I'm not saying it's easy, which I'm sure you guys have already figured out. It's hard, but people do hard things every day. This is going to be hard is not really an excuse to not do or at least try something. It's hard to beat cancer, but people do it every day. It's hard to beat a drug addiction, but people do it every day. It's hard to beat a dead horse, but you get the idea. Just because something is hard doesn't mean you can't do it, or at least do your best. Think of all the things we wouldn't have if people didn't do things that were hard. Do you think Willy Wonka said, "Gosh, guys, I don't know, it's gonna be pretty hard," when he made Jawbreakers? Of course he did. It's a jawbreaker. It's supposed to be hard. What I'm trying to get at is that sometimes when something is hard, it makes it all that much better and worth it when it's done. Anyone who's had a gobstopper knows exactly what I'm talking about. So, go on into the world and do things that are hard. Make your own jawbreaker. We've got this. I know we've got this, okay? We'll be fine. Reach all of your goals and never forget them. Speaking of never forgetting things, close your eyes and take a second to think of your very best moment of the past 4 years at CDO. I'm speaking directly to you, class of 2014. You'll never get to graduate from high school again, so remember it vividly while you still can. Fold it up tightly and store it in the special vault of things in your head not to forget, so that one day, when we're all silver foxes and cougars, we can remember the fraying start of our glory days. But now, we're headed even deeper into those glory days, because as surely as I know that Mr. Werbelow loves bacon, I am sure that every student sitting before me is graduating in like an hour. We'll all have our diplomas in our hand, and our moms will be kissing us goodbye as we get patted down to go enjoy Project Grad. Just a couple things left to do here, so bear with me. First, obligatory thanks to my loving parents, and Lisa, thanks for being my best friend. I'm sure I'm way over time and I need to sit down, but first, let me take a selfie. Thanks, class of 2014. I love you, and good night.
I love you, C. Lolly! That's your mom! Woo!
Good evening. I am Rebecca Goff.